based on the Gemara in Masechta Shabbos, Daf Lamed Aleph, where the Gemara says that b'yom adin, they're going to ask a person, is he Pisa Yeshua? Did he look forward to the salvation for Yidden? And the Lashon HaRambam, based on the Nevi'im, that it has to be a chakale b'chol yom sheyavai, where we see the importance of waiting, of looking forward to, not just believing, but looking forward to. There's a mashmos that the tzfiyah is actually a very fundamental point in the Amunah. How do we see this? In the Rambam, in the beginning of Perek Yud Aleph of Hilchas Malachim, the Rambam says as follows. He says, V'chol mi she'enoi ma'amin boi, anyone who doesn't believe in Mashiach's coming, Oy mi she'enei mechake lebiyasai, or someone who's not mechake, he's not waiting, he's not looking forward and waiting eagerly for the coming of Mashiach. Loy b'shar neviim bilvadu kaifer, not only is he kaifer in the other neviim, the neviim who spoke about, who said prophecies about the coming of Mashiach, ela b'toira u'v'Moshe Rabbeinu. He's kaifer in the Torah and in Moshe Rabbeinu. It's a huge statement. And it sounds over here like there are two things. There are two ways in this halacha and Rambam how a person could become a kaifer in Torah and Moshe Rabbeinu. One way is if he's not maimin, he doesn't believe in the coming of Mashiach. Another way to become a kaifer in Torah and Moshe Rabbeinu, and also in all the Nevi'im, if he's not mechake lebiyasai. A person who's not mechake lebiyas HaMashiach, says the Rambam that he's a kaifer in all the Nevi'im and in Torah and in Moshe Rabbeinu. So the question is, how does it work? A person believes, he's lacking in the tzfiyah, he's lacking in the mechake leviyasai, and that makes him into a kaifer of Torah and a kaifer of Moshe Rabbeinu. Seemingly, if someone is a kaifer, if someone believes or is a kaifer, that has to do with deis, that has to do with if a person believes in their mind. But the act of mechake, the act of looking forward is a feeling. A person feels like they're looking forward to it. They're looking forward to the thing that they believe for. Since when do we see in Yiddishkeit that a person could be a maimin, a person could believe in something, and if they don't have the feeling of it, then it's as if the Amunah doesn't exist. Since when do we say that you could have a Yid who, for example, he believes in Hashem, but he doesn't have Avos Hashem, he's lacking in Yiras Hashem, he doesn't love and fear Hashem, but he believes in Hashem. Do we say that his belief is worthless? Do we say he's a kaifer because he doesn't have Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem? Since when do we say that? So the question is, the Rambam is saying clear, that Misha Einu Mechake L'Biyasai, just Einu Mechake, he could be a Maimin, he could believe in Mashiach, but he's not Mechake L'Biyasai, he's a kaifer in Torah Moshe Rabbeinu. Where do we see that? So, to explain this Rambam, we could say that the Rambam is saying that Misha Einoi Mechake L'Biyasai is actually showing on the actual Amunah. It's not two separate things, that there's the Amunah and there's the Mechake L'Biyasai. The Mechake L'Biyasai shows whether the Amunah is real. And therefore, if a Yid says that he believes in Mashiach, he believes in the coming of Mashiach. For example, he believes in the coming of Mashiach, that it's something that can happen in 2 years, in 10 years, but he believes in Mashiach, he believes. He knows what it says in Pirush HaMishnayos LaRambam, in Sanhedrin, and the way how it's brought down in the Yud Gimel Ikrim, he believes. But is it something which is mechake l'biyasa? He's waiting that he should come today? He's waiting that it should be something today? It should be immediate? It should be now? Is that something that he's waiting for? Not necessarily. So if the Rambam wanted that the concept of Amunah should just be, the concept of Mashiach should just be an inyan in Amunah, if the Rambam wanted that the whole inyan of Geula, of Mashiach, should be an inyan of Amunah, then he would have just written that a person has to be a Maimin, and it's something that could happen whenever. But by the Rambam adding in the words that Misha Einu Mechake L'Biyasai, he's telling us that if a person is waiting and yearning for the coming of Mashiach, together with his emunah, then that shows that he has the emunah. And if he has the emunah, then he's not going to be a kafir in Torah and in Moshe Rabbeinu. If a person has the emunah, but he comes along and he says, but he's not waiting that it should be something immediate. It's not something which is pressing for right now. He believes. It's one of the Yud Gimel Ikrim. He believes. He believes that Mashiach is going to come. He believes that Hashem is going to send a Redeemer to bring salvation for the Yidden and to bring the world to a new stage, to Ha'olam Chadash. But it's not something which is immediate. So then it's lacking in his whole Amunah. Because the whole gather of the Amunah Mashiach is the Achaka, is the Tzefiyah, is the looking forward for it, is the yearning for it. That's what the Rambam is saying. That if he believes, if he doesn't believe, then he's Zichar HaKafer. But even if he believes, but he's lacking in he's not Mechaka L'biyasa, he's not Mechaka that it should be something that it should be immediate, it should be today, it should be now. It's Negeah to me now, I want it at every moment. If he's not Mechaka L'biyasa, the Rambam is saying that even then he's going to be a Kafer. I held Taina, but I'm a Maimin, I believe that Mashiach could come. But believing that Mashiach could come, says the Rambam, sometime down the line, but it's not something which is Negeah to me, that's not the belief in Mashiach. And this is not Negeah, obviously, to any other of the Emunas. The concept of the coming of Mashiach is not something which is the Negeah to Emunah in Hashem or Emunah in the Torah. These are facts that we have to have a certain Emunah. But the coming of Mashiach has to be something which, part of the Emunah is something that has to be immediate. And if the person has Emunah and it's not something which is immediate, it says clear in the Rambam that the Emunah is lacking. The Emunah is something which is not there. The proper Emunah in the coming of Mashiach has to be for something immediate. And if it's not there, says the Rambam that such a person is a Kaifer B'Torah of Moshe Rabbeinu. So we see the quality of Emunah that the Rambam is guiding us to. We have to have a quality of Emunah that Mashiach will come, and that Mashiach will come now. It's something immediate. It's Tzfiyah, we're looking forward for it. And when we're looking forward for something, we want it to happen as soon as possible.